We are Tim and Sandy and of course Pablo, and we are living and travelling in our self-built Sprinter van, completing the big lap of Australia. Today we are reviewing the VIOFO A119 Mini 2 dash cam. Stick around and find out how this can benefit you, or stick around at least for the laughs.
Take photo. Take photo. Are you not even going to work for me today? Welcome back, guys. We're at the Ninda Gully pub and we're in the middle of nowhere currently, and as you know, we're content creators, and there's situations when we're driving along the road and we find that something really happens. There might be an emu run across, or there's kangaroos, or there's cows, or something happens in the field close by that we're going, by the time we got the camera out and turned it on,
Like, you gotta slow down.
it doesn't work. So when VIOFO reached out to us to try out their new dash cam, we thought this was a great opportunity to fill that gap in our content creation. And also it films us for, you know, other things if there's accidents or anything like that, so we can actually have a recorded copy. So they've sent us the A119 Mini 2 dash cam, and it's got the Sony Starvis 2 sensor on it, and we're going to put that through its paces. We're going to install it today, we're going to hardwire it in, and we're going to show you what it comes with and what it can do for you. VIOFO kindly sent us the following things. They sent us the A119 Mini 2 camera and its kit to put it in. They also sent us a dash cam hardwiring kit so that we can have motion sensor control while the vehicle's stationary and turned off. And they also sent us the wireless Bluetooth button, and they gave us a memory card which we already installed. This just goes inside. It's a little 64 gig SD card. So what do you get in the box? So with this, the A119 Mini, you get the actual camera unit itself, which is with the sticker on the back. You get in there, you get spare stickers just in case you have to relocate if you've put them in the wrong place. We won't mention anything about that.
Uh-oh.
Okay, slight mistake.
We have friends who did that.
We have friends that installed a camera and they had the same problem. Also, you get the trim removing tool, you get a warning sticker to say that a dash cam is fitted, you get instruction manuals and a must read before you install notice. Also included in here is the 12-volt cigarette lighter accessory plug to actually power it in, but we're not going to fit that today. We're actually going to fit the hardwiring kit because we actually want it as a permanent thing. Also with this, we get the Bluetooth button. This is really handy for just quick grabs. It continuously loops recordings unless it picks up a collision, or if you instruct it, it's on voice control as well, so you can instruct it to take a picture, you can instruct it to save the recording. But for a quick one where you haven't, like, say a kangaroo runs across in front of you or something like that, or something really quick that you want to grab, just hit that button, and once it's paired to this, it will instantly save what was recorded in that time loop. Like I said, it constantly records at all the time, and just rewrites itself unless you actually store it or an incident happens where it actually stores it for you. Before you install the A119 Mini 2 camera, make sure that you first of all take off the lens cover here so that actually it's clear and doesn't black out. Make sure your windscreen is clean both inside and out so you get good adhesion on the windscreen itself, and also work out where you're actually going to put it. So I've actually powered it up at the moment so that I can actually work out what's a good position, so that I can actually see it clearly from where I am in my driving position here, and a good position for it actually to...
I can see it here too.
Show, yeah, so for both of us to use. Then when you're happy with that, that's when you stick it into position. And also consider where you're going to run your power cable as well, because even if you have it just plug in, you're going to want to hide it up in here so it's not getting in the way of everything you see.
They do supply a tool to do that too.
They do supply a trim removal tool, but most of ours are quite easy to get behind anyway. But other models, you might need to use that. As we previously mentioned, we're going to be using the hardwire dashcam kit. So with this, what you get in the box is literally the hardwire kit. You get your instructions, obviously, and then...
Have you read the instructions?
I have read the instructions for this one, actually. So that goes into the top of the camera when I've installed it, run it round the trim, hide it into the dashboard, and then you wire it in. And it's also very easy to wire in. You've got a plus, you've got a constant power supply, you've got a switchable power supply which goes on your ignition, so when you turn the ignition on it knows that you've turned the ignition on, and also the ground wire for it. It has an adjustable slide control here for different voltages, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to install that now. We'll put the camera in, we'll make sure that it actually clears the top here and it doesn't interfere with this the blue tint that we've got on our screen here, so the camera will probably be sat about here. Optional extras is a colour polarizing lens that goes on here that just takes out the glare and it gives you a better quality video replay, but we don't actually have that with us, so we're just going to go and install the camera as it is. Make sure you remove the little screen cover, otherwise you're just going to have a blank screen, and installation is as simple as just removing this little thing here.
Make sure you get it straight.
Figuring out exactly where you want it, make sure it's straight, and stick it on. And then you can adjust the camera here at the front to the position that you want. But once that's plugged in and we've connected the app to it, we'll line it up and be happy and see if we're happy with where it is. But that, I'm quite happy with it being there. I can see it, Sandy can see it when we're driving along. And then when we get the optional Bluetooth button here, so it is voice controlled, but if you're stammering or stuttering or going, look at that, that's amazing, just hit this button. We're going to put that button there.
I think the button will be quicker.
I think the button will be quicker, and that will take an instant grab.
So good test.
Inside that, you just get the little spare battery, a 3M pad, and the button itself, which has a little pull thing out to activate it, and there's little buttons on the side to operate it. And we're just going to stick it here on the dash, just for that quick.
Yep.
While we're going along, I'm going to now do the boring bit, which is going to take a little bit of time of me running wires and everything, and I'll get back to you once this is in, and you're not even going to see any difference. You'll probably just see that plugged in at the top there.
2 hours later.
That took a little bit longer than expected, but because I had the handy trim tool, it was actually quicker than it should have been. Much easier. It's all in now, it's all powered on. We've just turned on the Wi-Fi. You just hold the Wi-Fi button on until it says looking for Wi-Fi. You load the app up and connect it up, and as you can see, we have crystal clear display here. 2K, it might not be 4K, but it's still very, very good. You can customize timestamps, etc. along the bottom. We've put our you can put your car registration in there, so you can, you know, if you need it for information, like insurance purposes, you've got it there. Also, you can customize it. It's a cool feature. We've actually got the sand van on there now. So, you know, if you've got a channel or something like that and you want to name it, you can put it on there. It does have voice control, so you can say, take photo. And it doesn't do anything. Take photo. Yay! There you go, we got it to take a photo. Just I had to wait for it for a second.
We're going to have to test this out, guys, and see if we haven't actually given it a good run yet. So.
Yeah, well, she's in now. We will give her a run. We'll get back to you in a little while. Also, this little button here, while it's recording, you hit that button and it auto, listen.
It's got an error.
Video protected.
That saved the video.
Oh,
so
really?
if you have an incident or something that you want to save, it's going to record constantly for you on a loop, and then every time it fills up the memory card, it rearranges itself, but it will only record incidents. So if it's got a collision detection.
So if you've seen something cool and you want to keep it, you press the button.
You just hit that button, you go, oh, kangaroo. Just we're working with the teething problems with it. It's not an issue with the stuff, it's a user error. We will get back onto the road, we will show you some footage, and we'll let you know what we think. It's been a week later and we've put this A119 Mini 2 dash cam through its paces. We have tried it out in all conditions, daytime, nighttime and rainy days. And overall, I'm pretty impressed with what results we've been getting. As you can see from the footage that's displayed here, the A119 Mini 2 actually timestamps the bottom of the footage screen. Going from left to right, we've got the speed, and you can have that in kilometers or miles per hour. You can set that via the app. You've got the GPS coordinates. You've got your custom name, which you can set to whatever you want on the app. as well. You've also got the dash cam model number, the A119 Mini 2, that you can see there. You can also put your registration on there so that you can prove it's your vehicle if you need to use the footage for any insurance claims or purposes when you're out driving. And last of all, you have the date and time displayed on the side there, so you know exactly where you are should an incident occur on that footage, and you can put that forwards towards your insurance claims if you have an insurance claim and you need that footage for that. The accessories that came with it, the dash button, the Bluetooth dash button, that works really well. That's really great for capturing and locking in the footage. We found that as we went along, it was very helpful. We saw something we liked and we would click, and that records 1.5 minutes behind and 1.5 minutes ahead, locks that into your recordings. When you use the app itself, you can view the gallery, and in that gallery you can actually see just the normal recordings that you have during the day, so that you can flick through it at your leisure, or you can go to the locked recordings that were either locked by you, the Bluetooth button, or by your voice control, or by the actual if there was any incidents with the G-force that it picked up. Say if you had a collision or something like that, it would have automatically saved it for you. So that would all be in there, and that's all date and timed in chronological order for you. And once they're locked in, they can't be erased unless you actually physically format the card using the app. Going back to the app, that's really handy. Once you've connected it via the Wi-Fi on the camera, you can go back through the settings and you can go with what sort of frames per second you want to record at, how many seconds you want to record at. There's lots of different things. You can customize your name, you can put your registration in there. It's endless, almost. The amount of things that you can do with this camera on the app is really good. That works really well, and yeah, I think it's really good.
Can I just say, it doesn't recognise my voice.
Yes, with the voice control, we did find that it would recognise my voice if I say take photo. It's actually not even on at the moment, so if I just turn this on, we'll wait for that to boot up, but when I actually say take photo, it would take a photo. But when Sandy spoke, it just didn't recognise that accent. She has to do like a man accent to get it to work. So that's a little bit glitchy, but overall I think it's a really good camera.
I don't see why you'd need to take a photo, to be honest. You've got a recording. So
no, I think it's a gimmick to go along with it. So when I say take photo, it doesn't do anything. Take photo. There you go.
Now I'll give it
I have to speak in an English accent.
Take photo. Take photo.
There you go. Take photo. You have to emphasise the T in photo. Overall, it works really well. I'm pleased with it. The footage is really good. I'm probably going to use it as well for various different things when we're out on the road. So,
and probably use it for the YouTube.
Yeah, that might get used in our actual footage. If you're in the market for a dash cam, this one isn't a bad one. They do have other ones with different options on their website. We do have an affiliate link down below, and we also have a discount code. So if you want to get yourself one, or you want to gift one to someone, my son was gifted one of these, and I thought, oh, that was just is it worth it? And then he was involved in an accident that wasn't his fault, and he had all the footage to present to the insurance company, and it cleared up his claim within days. So he had, and as a new young driver, that could have been a problem for him. So there is a benefit. Go ahead and get yourself one.
Click the link below.
Click the link below. We got 5% off. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our little review. And we will be using this in the future with some of our stuff. And please like and subscribe and leave a comment. See you.